My name is Eve, and I'm a grandmother of an ADHD child who's about 5. And I am also ADHD. I only found out a few years ago, and all this time, for 60 years, I was wondering why I'm a little off. And it drove me crazy. And my parents didn't know how to handle me. The teachers didn't know how to handle me. I was very impulsive. Still am. Extremely impulsive, but I never understood it until a few years ago when a professional said to me, well, you know you're ADHD. And, until that point, 60 years, I had no idea. I didn't know what it was. I mean, I knew vaguely what it was, but I didn't realize that this was the problem that had plagued me all these years. With parents, struggle with in-laws, struggle with my impulsiveness. It pretty much drove me crazy half my life. And now I have this little grandson who's going to be 5 actually in a month, who is ADHD. He has a very tough case. We think that it's genetic, so it definitely came from my family, because it turns out my grandfather and a lot of my uncles and a lot of my cousins have ADHD, and a lot of their children have ADHD. Some will not admit it, but they do, because I can see it immediately now that I know what it is. And also my son-in-law was a very obvious ADHD child. In those days, they also didn't know it. He was born 30 years ago, and what did Russians in Austria know anything about such a thing? I heard about the course. I listened to Yvonne, and I said, maybe I can help my grandson, and maybe I can help myself. And my daughter listens in on the sessions also. I got permission from Yvonne that my daughter could listen in. So she is working on the strategies. She is working on the different methods of dealing with it. Some are working. Some have yet to work, but she's working hard on it because, as Yvonne says, it takes a long time and a lot of effort. I wrote to Yvonne a few days ago. I said, Yvonne, help! We have your biggest case right here. She said, it's not my worst case. It's not even close. I see that he listens more. I see that he responds to me holding him. When he's getting violent, when we hold him, he seems to calm down. We got him a guinea pig here. He doesn't live here, but whenever he comes to visit, he takes charge of the guinea pig, and he loves it. He talks to it. He thinks the guinea pig is talking to him. He even talks to the guinea pig over the phone. Close contact and the softness of the animal seems to calm him down. Yvonne stresses, find ways to deal with his liveliness, which is beautiful, but a little bit too lively. He can be very violent. Now, he was violent with the guinea pig, but he's becoming much less violent. She has amazing insights how to handle things. Amazing. She knows ADHD inside out. So every instance, every situation with the schools, that's a big issue, schools and teachers, how to deal with them. My daughter frankly antagonized the teachers at the first or second school he was at. I think both of the schools, partly because they didn't know how to deal with the child and they were very rough on him. Once I told her about the ways that Yvonne says to deal with teachers so they're on your side, things change. And luckily she just put him in a new school, a Chabad school, and she already sees that she's able to work with them easier. Partly because they're more professional, but partly also because she's got Yvonne's techniques